All right, let's dive into this intense moment for the Philadelphia Eagles. The atmosphere at Lincoln Financial Field was electric as fans gathered to catch the team's open practice, an event loaded with anticipation, especially considering this is the first time the Eagles have been back on their home turf since hoisting the Super Bowl trophy last season. The excitement was palpable, the energy buzzing through the stands as supporters hoped to witness the same dominant team that powered through to glory. But as the evening unfolded, what started as a thrilling showcase took a sudden turn into concern and uncertainty. The mood shifted drastically when Landon Dickerson, the team's left guard and a pivotal piece of the offensive line, went down with a serious injury during one of the drills. Watching the footage from a fan who was at the scene, it's clear that something painful happened. It's hard to pinpoint exactly what caused the injury, but what's evident is that Dickerson immediately struggled to put weight on his right leg. He was visibly in distress, needing considerable help to limp off the field, and eventually was carted straight to the locker room, disappearing from sight without any official explanation from the Eagles staff or players. No comments, no updates, just silence from the team, which is never a good sign when it comes to injuries, especially in preseason. The video shows the moment the injury likely occurred. In a one-on-one matchup, it seems that Jordan Mailata stepped on Dickerson's left foot, causing his lower body to twist awkwardly. The impact on his right leg was immediate and severe, and he collapsed on the grass, writhing in pain and unable to get up for a long time. This kind of injury scenario raises all sorts of alarms. Is it a knee, an Achilles tendon, an ankle sprain? Without a clear diagnosis, the possibilities range from something that could sideline him for just a few weeks to a devastating blow that might threaten his entire season. Dickerson's role in the Eagles' offensive line cannot be overstated. Since arriving as a second-round pick from Alabama, he has become a cornerstone of the team's offensive strategy. His ability to protect the quarterback and open lanes for the run game is crucial, especially on a team built around a strong offensive line. He's not just a player, he's a leader. The respect he commands from teammates like Lane Johnson and others is obvious, and a reaction from the locker room after his injury shows just how much he means to the squad. Adding another layer to the concern is Dickerson's history of serious knee injuries during his college years at Alabama, where he endured multiple ACL tears. That background makes this incident even more troubling because any new knee problem could have long-term consequences. Despite those setbacks, he fought back and earned prestigious honors like the Remington Trophy for the nation's best center, demonstrating resilience and top-tier talent. His journey from Florida State to Alabama and finally to the Eagles has been marked by perseverance and growth, culminating in a lucrative four-year, $84 million contract signed in early 2024. The timing of this injury is especially painful. With the regular season opener against the Dallas Cowboys less than a month away, the Eagles face the daunting task of adjusting their lineup quickly. The offensive line has been the backbone of the team's success, and losing a player of Dickerson's caliber, even temporarily, creates major questions about how the team will adapt. Depth at left guard is shaky at best, with backups like Brett Towle and Matt Pryor waiting in the wings, but lacking the experience and impact that Dickerson brings. Towle, who played a little last season but did not see game action, and Pryor, who started some games at tackle but can slide inside, offer options but no guarantees. Moreover, this injury compounds other concerns on the line. Kenyon Green, acquired in a trade, recently suffered a shoulder injury in the preseason, further thinning the Eagles' guard rotation. Green was once a highly touted first-round pick, but has struggled to find consistent success, making his health and availability even more critical as the team tries to navigate an already challenging situation. The ripple effect from these injuries touches every aspect of the Eagles' offense, from pass protection to run blocking, putting more pressure on the quarterback and skill players to perform despite the adversity. The Eagles have been fortunate with injuries in recent years under the leadership of their coach Nick Sirianni, enjoying an unusually healthy roster that helped fuel deep playoff runs and a Super Bowl victory. This recent setback threatens to upset that balance and could test the team's resilience in ways they have not faced before. The training and medical staff will have their work cut out for them as they assess the severity of Dickerson's injury and plot a path forward. What makes this situation even more impactful is Dickerson's leadership role on and off the field. His mindset and attitude set a tone for the team, especially during training camp when he reminded everyone that last season's success belongs in the past and that this year is a fresh start, a blank canvas ready to be painted anew. His passion and drive were evident in the pre-game huddles, where his speeches fired up the offensive line and galvanized the team. Losing such a presence is more than just a physical blow. It's a psychological hit as well. Looking at his performance metrics from last season underscores his value. With an overall grade placing him among the top guards in the league, strong pass blocking numbers, and reliable run blocking skills, Dickerson's absence will be felt in every facet of the Eagles' offense. His ability to handle pressure, minimize sacks, and open holes for running backs like Saquon Barkley contributed significantly to the team's offensive efficiency. The nuances of interior line play are often overlooked, but anyone watching Dickerson knows he is a player who can make a difference on every snap. As the Eagles prepare for upcoming joint practices against the Cleveland Browns, the pressure mounts to see who can step up and fill the void. The Browns boast a formidable defensive line, making these sessions a true test for the Eagles' depth players and backups. The preseason is a critical time to evaluate talent and build chemistry. But injuries like this throw a wrench into those plans, forcing the coaching staff to adjust strategies and potentially accelerate the development of less experienced players. While no official updates have come out yet, the situation is being closely monitored by everyone around the team and the fan base. Any news regarding the extent of the injury, recovery timelines, or changes to the roster will have major implications for how the Eagles approach the rest of the preseason and prepare for the regular season grind. In a high-stakes world of professional football, where every player's health is vital, the uncertainty surrounding Landon Dickerson is a heavy cloud hanging over Philadelphia's preparations. Injuries are part of the game, but some hurt more than others. This one carries a weight of concern, not just because of what it means for the field, but because of what it means for the spirit and momentum of a team coming off a championship. This moment serves as a reminder of how quickly fortunes can change in football, from the heights of celebration to the depths of uncertainty in a matter of minutes. The game demands not only skill and strategy, but also the resilience to face setbacks head-on. Philadelphia knows this well, having weathered injuries before, but the loss of a key piece like Dickerson shakes the foundation and forces everyone to step up in new ways. The next few weeks will reveal how the Eagles respond to this adversity and whether they can maintain their championship-caliber performance without one of their most important players on the field. The depth of the Eagles' offensive line will undoubtedly be put to the test in the coming weeks as they navigate this unexpected challenge. Losing Landon Dickerson, especially so close to the start of the regular season, leaves a significant hole that cannot be easily filled. While the team has some backups on a roster, none possess the same level of experience or proven ability to anchor the line as Dickerson does. This kind of disruption has a cascading effect throughout the entire offense, forcing coaches to rethink game plans and forcing other players to step up under pressure. The offensive line's cohesion, built over months of practice and games, is delicate, and an injury to a key starter can throw off timing and chemistry, which are critical for both protecting the quarterback and establishing the run game. In particular, the left guard position is critical for balancing both pass protection and run blocking, a dual responsibility that requires a unique blend of strength, agility, and awareness. Dickerson has been exceptional in managing this balance. His presence not only strengthens the interior line, but also helps coordinate blocking schemes, making adjustments on the fly as defenses shift and blitz. His ability to read defensive setups and communicate with teammates is a huge asset. Losing such a player means that the backups will not only have to replicate his physical play, but also fill a mental and leadership void, a tall order under any circumstances. The Eagles' coaching staff will be tasked with identifying the best way to compensate for Dickerson's absence. Brett Towle, who has been a depth player and practiced at left guard, will likely get an increased role. However, Tal's limited game experience raises questions about how well he can handle starting duties in high-pressure situations. Matt Pryor offers versatility and has started at tackle before, but shifting players around can disrupt the rhythm of the line and lead to gaps in protection or run blocking. The Eagles may also consider moving other linemen around to create the most effective lineup, but each change requires adjustments and could weaken areas that have been strong. Depth in the NFL is crucial, but it is never a perfect substitute for a player of Dickerson's caliber. Adding complexity to the situation is the recent injury to Kenyon Green, acquired in a trade, but struggling with his own health issues. Green's shoulder injury in the preseason game against Cincinnati further strains the team's guard rotation. Despite being a first-round pick, Green has yet to fully establish himself as a reliable starter, and his struggles have been a concern since entering the league. His injury forces the Eagles to rely even more heavily on players who may not have the experience or consistency needed to fill critical roles. This cascade of injuries could put the offensive line under tremendous pressure, affecting the entire offense's ability to execute. The offensive line's health has been a cornerstone of the Eagles' success in recent years. Under Nick Sirianni's leadership, the team has enjoyed remarkable durability, with key starters remaining healthy deep into playoff runs. This stability has been a crucial factor in the team's championship run and consistent competitiveness. The Eagles' medical and training staff deserve credit for maintaining such a high level of player fitness and injury prevention. However, no team is immune to the physical toll of football, and injuries like Dickerson's serve as stark reminders of the ever-present risks players face. The psychological impact of losing a leader like Dickerson cannot be underestimated. He has emerged not only as a technical expert on the line, but also as a motivator and mentor. His speeches before games and his attitude during training camp have helped shape the team's culture and mindset. His insistence that last year's championship is behind them and that the current season represents a new opportunity reflects a mature, focused leadership style that inspires teammates. When such a figure is sidelined, the team must find other voices to fill the leadership gap, a challenge that often takes time and can affect on-field performance. Looking at the broader context, the Eagles' offensive line plays a pivotal role in the team's identity. Their ability to control the line of scrimmage sets the tone for both the run and pass game. When the offensive line performs well, it gives the quarterback time to make decisions and creates running lanes that open up the field for skill players. Conversely, a weakened line can lead to increased pressure on the quarterback, more sacks, hurried throws, and a stalled running game. For a team with championship aspirations, maintaining a strong offensive line is essential. Statistically, Dickerson's contributions last season highlight his importance. With high marks in pass protection and run blocking, he ranked among the league's top guards. His ability to limit sacks and pressures on the quarterback was key in keeping the offense efficient. Over nearly 1,000 snaps, his consistency was a stabilizing force, and his skill in both protecting the passer and opening up space for runners made him a player opponents had a game plan specifically against. His absence will force the Eagles to adapt quickly or risk losing a critical edge. As preseason continues, the joint practices against the Cleveland Browns will serve as a valuable proving ground for the Eagles' backups and new players stepping into larger roles. The Browns' defensive front is formidable, featuring some of the league's top pass rushers and run stoppers. This environment will test the Eagles' depth and resilience, providing a glimpse of how the offensive line might hold up under the intense pressure of regular season competition. For players like Brett Tal and Matt Pryor, these practices represent an opportunity to showcase their readiness and earn the trust of the coaching staff. The Browns themselves have invested heavily in their defensive line, with young talents and veterans who excel at disrupting offenses. Players like Myles Garrett and Mason Graham create constant threats, forcing offensive lines to stay alert and disciplined. Facing such opponents in practice is a double-edged sword. It's a chance to sharpen skills, but also a risk of further injuries. The Eagles staff will have to balance intensity with caution as they prepare for these sessions. Beyond the physical challenges, the Eagles will need to address the emotional and strategic adjustments that come with losing a player like Dickerson. Football is a game of inches and split-second decisions, and the cohesion among the offensive linemen is crucial. Trust and communication are built over time, and when a starter goes down, those bonds are tested. The Eagles have historically been a resilient team, able to overcome adversity and maintain focus through the ups and downs of an NFL season. Their recent injury luck has been favorable, and this new challenge will test their ability to stay healthy and adapt on the fly. The strength of their medical and training staff, along with a culture that emphasizes preparation and toughness, will be crucial factors in how they handle this setback. Looking forward, the key questions revolve around how long Dickerson will be sidelined and how the team will manage in his absence. If it turns out to be a minor sprain or strain, the Eagles could get him back relatively quickly, minimizing disruption. However, if the injury is more severe, such as an ACL tear or Achilles rupture, the impact could be significant, potentially sidelining him for the entire season. Such a loss would force the Eagles to rely heavily on less experienced players and might necessitate further roster moves to bolster the offensive line. The uncertainty surrounding Dickerson's injury has created a cloud of concern, but also an opportunity for others to rise. Players who have been waiting for a chance to prove themselves will get their moment, and the coaching staff will be challenged to maximize the talents available. This situation highlights the importance of roster depth in the NFL and the necessity for every player to be ready when called upon. In the broader narrative of the Eagles season, this injury adds an unexpected twist. The team, fresh off a championship victory, entered this year with high expectations and a roster built to compete at the highest level. The loss of a key lineman threatens to derail those plans, but also underscores the team's resilience and depth. How they respond to this adversity will be a defining storyline as the season unfolds. The Eagles' offensive line, long considered the team's backbone, now faces a new challenge that will test every member's ability to adapt and perform under pressure. The stakes are high, with the regular season opener just weeks away and a tough schedule ahead. The team's ability to protect their quarterback, establish the run game, and maintain offensive efficiency hinges on how well they manage this setback. As the preseason progresses, all eyes will remain on Landon Dickerson's recovery and the adjustments the Eagles make. The team's leadership, coaching staff, and medical personnel will be working around the clock to provide clarity and solutions. Meanwhile, fans and analysts alike will be watching closely, knowing that the health of the offensive line is a crucial piece of the puzzle for Philadelphia's quest to repeat as champions. Injuries are part of the NFL's harsh reality, but each one carries unique consequences. The loss of Landon Dickerson is a blow not only because of his talent, but also because of his role as a leader and cornerstone of the offense. The team's response to this challenge will reveal much about their character and readiness to defend their title. The road ahead is uncertain, but one thing is clear. The Eagles must rally together and find a way to overcome this obstacle if they want to remain contenders in a fiercely competitive league. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves through the entire American football landscape, rumors are swirling that Tom Brady, the legendary quarterback often considered the greatest of all time, is set to sign a 4-year contract with the Philadelphia Eagles. The mere suggestion of Brady joining the Eagles has fans, analysts, and insiders buzzing with speculation about the implications for both the player and the franchise. Known for his unparalleled career with the New England Patriots and a recent stint with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brady's potential switch to Philadelphia would be one of the most surprising and game-changing developments in NFL history. Sources close to the situation hint that the deal could be finalized imminently, though no official statement has been released yet. This potential signing would not only bolster the Eagles' roster significantly, but could also redefine the team's strategy and ambitions moving forward. The buzz around this possible acquisition dominates social media platforms, where fans are torn between excitement and disbelief. Could this be a strategic masterstroke by the Eagles' management aiming to capitalize on Brady's enduring talent, or is it a negotiation tactic to drive attention and morale for the upcoming season? The speculation is intense and growing, with many eager to see how this unprecedented move might unfold. The prospect of Tom Brady donning the Eagles' green and white uniform raises numerous questions about the team's future trajectory and on-field dynamics. Philadelphia, a franchise with a passionate fan base and a rich history, might be positioning itself to challenge for the Super Bowl with Brady leading charge. The quarterback's track record of winning 7 Super Bowl titles is unmatched, and his arrival in Philadelphia could inject a new level of confidence and leadership into a team that has shown flashes of brilliance, but has yet to secure its ultimate prize. Moreover, insiders suggest that Brady's signing could have ripple effects across the league, forcing other teams to reconsider their quarterback situations and draft strategies. The Eagles might also benefit from Brady's veteran experience, which could be crucial in mentoring younger players and shaping the locker room culture. The buzz extends beyond the field, with merchandise sales and ticket demands already speculated to skyrocket if the rumors prove true. While the official confirmation remains pending, the sports world is captivated by the possibility of this unprecedented partnership, wondering how it will influence the NFL landscape in the coming years. Speculation about Tom Brady's move to the Philadelphia Eagles has ignited a firestorm of debate among sports commentators, former players, and football strategists who are weighing the pros and cons of such a monumental shift. Analysts are dissecting every possible angle, from Brady's physical condition and current performance level to the Eagles' offensive schemes and coaching philosophy. There is talk that the Eagles' coaching staff is crafting a game plan specifically to maximize Brady's strengths, focusing on quick releases, pocket passing, and exploiting mismatches with the team's talented receiving core. However, skeptics argue that Brady's age and recent performance inconsistencies could pose challenges, questioning whether he can adapt to a new system and deliver the high standards fans expect. Meanwhile, team executives are reportedly engaged in delicate negotiations, balancing salary cap considerations and the potential need to restructure the roster to accommodate Brady's contract. The intrigue deepens as insiders reveal that this deal could also involve draft picks or player trades, signaling a significant overhaul of the Eagles roster. While some view this as a risky gamble, others see it as a bold and potentially historic move that could rejuvenate both Brady's career and the franchise's fortunes. If Tom Brady's rumored signing with the Philadelphia Eagles materializes, it could have profound effects on the NFL's competitive balance and the dynamics of the upcoming seasons. The Eagles would instantly become favorites in the NFC East Division and serious contenders for the conference title, altering the strategic landscape for rival teams such as the Dallas Cowboys, New York Giants, and Washington Commanders. This anticipated power shift has already sparked reactions from players and coaches around the league, with some expressing admiration for Brady's longevity and others warning about the heightened competition. Additionally, the media frenzy surrounding this potential deal could overshadow other off-season moves and draft preparations, concentrating public attention on Philadelphia's ambitions. The economic impact could also be significant, with increased sponsorship deals, broadcasting interest, and merchandise revenue expected to follow Brady's arrival. Meanwhile, the psychological effect on the Eagles roster might be equally important as veteran players rally behind a proven leader while younger athletes aspire to learn from one of the game's all-time greats. The ripple effects would undoubtedly extend beyond the immediate season, potentially shaping the trajectory of the NFL for years to come if the rumors prove accurate. As the football world anxiously awaits confirmation about Tom Brady's possible 4-year contract with the Philadelphia Eagles, the story continues to captivate fans and experts alike. The intrigue is fueled by sporadic leaks and insider whispers hinting that the deal is close to being finalized, with only minor details remaining to be settled. Social media platforms are flooded with reactions ranging from excitement to skepticism, and speculative debates about Brady's impact on the Eagles' offense and overall team chemistry are rampant. Some envision a scenario where Brady's presence elevates the team to new heights, creating thrilling playoff runs and renewed hope for a Super Bowl victory in Philadelphia. Others caution that the pressures and expectations accompanying such a high-profile acquisition could prove burdensome, potentially disrupting team harmony or leading to unmet expectations. Regardless, the rumor alone has injected a fresh wave of energy into the NFL offseason, stimulating conversations and speculation that dominate sports headlines worldwide. Until the Eagles or Brady's camp officially announces the move, the football community remains on edge, eager to see if this sensational rumor will indeed become one of the most significant player transfers in the history of the sport. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.